humans fully understood the secrets of the African rainforest, before science revealed the unique species hidden beneath its dense canopy, there already existed a world where millions of years of evolution gave shape to extraordinary creatures. In the African rainforest, among giant trees, winding rivers, and an almost impenetrable darkness, gorillas, okapis, forest elephants, and many other unique species survive thanks to adaptations that exist nowhere else on the planet. Welcome to the African rainforest, the unique creatures of Africa's most mysterious forest. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to have more motivation to produce more quality content. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on the video below and let us know where you're watching this video from to discuss together. Let's begin. When the mist still covers the undergrowth, a spotted shadow glides among the giant trunks of the Congo jungle. Thus begins the silent reign of the African leopard, the supreme predator of the tropical rainforest. Panthera pardus inhabits much of sub-Saharan Africa, from the humid forests of the Congo Basin to the savannas of the east and south of the continent. Its golden fur, covered in dark rosettes, blends perfectly with the mottled light that passes through the forest canopy, a camouflage that makes it nearly invisible among the vegetation. An adult male can weigh between 30 kilograms and 90 kilograms, while a female usually weighs between 20 kilograms and 40 kilograms, depending on the region and the availability of prey. Its eyes possess a reflective layer called tapetum lucidum, which grants it night vision up to 6 times sharper than that of a human being. Its forelegs, endowed with extraordinary musculature, allow it to climb vertical trunks with an agility that few predators can match. Under the filtered light of midday, the leopard follows the scent of a forest antelope, moving through fallen leaves without making the slightest sound. Every step is calculated, every muscle tense, as it slowly approaches until it is only a few meters from its objective. In a fraction of a second, the leopard lunges forward and subdues its prey with a precise and decisive movement. The hunt ends with the prey subdued under the weight and strength of the predator. With a strength that allows it to lift up to 3 times its own body weight, the leopard drags its prey up a tree trunk. This unique behavior prevents hyenas and lions from snatching the results of its effort, a strategy that few felines master with such precision. Unlike lions, the African leopard leads a solitary life, traveling a territory that can exceed 30 square kilometers in search of resources. When another predator invades its territory, the leopard responds with a deep growl and a body posture that makes its warning clear. As a silent regulator of herbivore populations, the African leopard maintains the balance of the jungle ecosystem, an essential role that few notice but that sustains the entire chain of life in the Congo. Leaving behind the trails where the jaguar stalks in the gloom of the jungle, the course of the water leads us toward a different world. A silent swamp where a hunter of ancestral appearance remains motionless, like a statue carved by time, waiting for the perfect moment. This is the realm of the shoebill, the silent monarch of the African marshes. Its territory extends through the tropical wetlands of East and Central Africa, spanning regions of South Sudan, Uganda, Zambia, Rwanda, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, always linked to papyrus swamps and stagnant waters. With a height that can exceed 1 meter and 20 centimeters, its bluish-grey plumage blends perfectly with the marshy vegetation, granting it nearly perfect camouflage among the reeds and murky waters. Its most impressive biological weapon is its massive beak, which can reach up to 24 centimeters in length, with edges sharp as blades and a shape reminiscent of a wooden shoe, capable of exerting formidable pressure on any prey. Its eyes, endowed with sharp and piercing vision, allow it to detect the slightest movement under the water's surface, while its body remains completely motionless for hours, without wasting a single drop of unnecessary energy. The hunting strategy begins with an absolute wait, planted like a root among the reeds, with its gaze fixed on the exact spot where lungfish usually emerge to breathe. As soon as it perceives the slightest vibration on the surface, the shoebill deploys a lightning attack, projecting its body forward with precision and force that leave little room for escape. With a precise movement of its beak, it subdues its prey and rearranges it to swallow it whole, thus closing another silent chapter of dominance in the swamp. Despite weighing only between 4 kilograms and 7 kilograms, the strength of its beak far exceeds that of other wading birds of similar size, making it one of the most effective hunters of the African wetlands. However, its reign depends entirely on the health of the wetlands, as the degradation of swamps and the loss of its habitat represent a direct threat to its survival. Its reproduction is slow and delicate, as the female usually lays between 1 and 3 eggs, and in most cases only a single chick manages to survive to maturity. Instead of emitting loud vocalizations, the shoebill communicates through a characteristic clattering of its beak, a dry and rhythmic sound that resonates among the vegetation as an unmistakable signal. Of a solitary and territorial nature, it avoids all unnecessary conflict, relying on its stillness and its camouflage to pass unnoticed before any threat. As an apex predator of the wetlands, the shoebill plays an essential role in the balance of its ecosystem, and its presence is a vital indicator of the health of African swamps. In the depths of the humid forests of Central Africa lives a silent giant that governs its territory without the need to roar. The western lowland gorilla is the largest primate on Earth. a true sovereign among the vegetation. Its kingdom extends through Cameroon, Gabon, the Republic of the Congo, the Central African Republic, and Equatorial Guinea. There, among rivers and forest swamps, this species finds the perfect refuge far from areas inhabited by man. When a male reaches maturity, around 12 years old, the fur on his back changes to a silver tone. It is the birth of the legendary silverback, the undisputed leader of his family. An adult male can weigh up to 180 kilograms and reach 1.7 meters in height when standing. His arm span exceeds 2.6 meters, a scale that commands respect in any corner of the jungle. Under that dark skin hides a massive strength. It is estimated that a silverback possesses a physical strength several times superior to that of an adult human, capable of bending thick branches with a single arm movement. But their true power is not only in the muscles. Gorillas demonstrate notable intelligence. They solve problems, use simple tools, and express complex emotions through looks and gestures. The social life of this species revolves around a solid family structure. A typical group is formed by a silverback, several females, and their offspring, all under the constant protection of the dominant male. Every day, the family travels through the forest in search of food. An adult gorilla can consume up to 30 kilograms of leaves, fruits, stems, and bark to maintain its huge body. However, behind this strength exists a profound fragility. A female's gestation lasts approximately 9 months, and then she must wait between 4 and 6 years before having another offspring. This slow rate of reproduction makes the species completely dependent on the stability of the primary forest. Any loss of habitat directly risks the continuity of the entire population. Offspring represent the family's most vulnerable point. If a young gorilla moves away from the group, it can become an easy target for the leopard, one of the few predators capable of approaching this species. Before any threat, the silverback interposes himself without hesitation. His size and determination are enough to dissuade most predators before they get too close. When he senses danger, the dominant male beats his chest with the palms of his hands, producing a sound that thunders among the trees. This gesture does not seek direct confrontation, but rather to warn and project authority. In the wild, a gorilla can live between 35 and 40 years. Throughout its life, it contributes to dispersing seeds through the forest, helping new plants to germinate in different points of the territory. The lowland gorilla is not only a symbol of strength, but a silent guardian of the forest balance. Protecting this species means protecting the health of the entire forest that surrounds them. While gorillas feed in silence on the ground, in the treetops, a completely different life develops, governed by intelligence and collective strategy. This is the territory of the chimpanzee, Pan troglodytes, the most astute strategist of the Central African jungles. Its influence extends through the Congo Basin, covering Cameroon, Gabon, the Republic of the Congo, and the Central African Republic. An adult male can reach between 40 kilograms and 60 kilograms, while females weigh between 30 kilograms and 47 kilograms, with an arm span that exceeds their own height. They live in communities of up to 150 individuals, organized into flexible subgroups that gather and separate according to fruit availability. Their hands, capable of making and using tools, along with exceptional spatial memory, allow them to locate fruit trees kilometers away. When fruit is scarce, a group of males initiates a silent hunt, advancing among the branches with calculated movements. The hunters divide roles. Some block escape routes, while others lead the colobus into a trap with no exit among the canopies. At the decisive instant, the fastest chimpanzee lunges and captures its prey with a precision that few primates can match. The hunt concludes with the sharing of the meat among group members, thus reinforcing the social bonds of the community. Studies estimate that the bite force of a chimpanzee is around 1,300 newtons, notably superior to that of an adult human. Relative to its body size, its muscular strength can exceed several times that of a human, a key factor in its territorial confrontations. To intimidate a rival, a dominant male beats the ground, shakes branches, and launches powerful screams that resonate throughout the jungle. When two communities dispute the same territory, border patrols face each other with demonstrations of force that rarely end in direct contact. As seed dispersers and guardians of the social balance of the jungle, chimpanzees confirm why they're considered a key species for life in the treetops. Crossing the heavy waters of the Congo River toward the south, the kingdom of a close relative emerges who has chosen peace over war. The bonobo, known scientifically as Pan paniscus, shares more than 98% of its genetic code with human beings. In this plant sanctuary, sovereignty is exercised by the females, who lead a social structure based on stability and empathy. Unlike other primates, this majestic inhabitant resolves internal tensions through intimate contact and gestures of deep affection. They have transformed aggressiveness into cooperation, establishing a biological order where dialogue and mutual respect guarantee the group's harmony. The bonobo demonstrates superior intelligence by voluntarily sharing its food resources even with individuals from outside its clan. Its diet is rich and varied, consuming nearly 2 kilograms of succulent fruits, tender shoots, and small invertebrates every day. They possess amazing technical skill, using branches and leaves as precision tools to extract nutrients in the jungle's density. They communicate through complex vocalizations and facial expressions that transmit messages of great social value through the foliage. Unfortunately, this sovereign of peace faces a critical threat due to the fragmentation of its habitat and armed conflicts in the region. Illegal capture and the loss of thousands of square kilometers of virgin forest have reduced their populations to alarming levels. Conservation sanctuaries are the last bastion of hope to ensure that the heartbeat of the bonobo continues to resonate in the heart of Africa. Moving away from the complex social tissue of primates, the story dives into the search for a tiny inhabitant, but one who possesses an ancestral legacy. Jackson's chameleon, Trioceros jacksoni, is the sovereign of discretion that inhabits the misty forests of Kenya and Tanzania. Its appearance evokes the majesty of ancient titans, standing out for the 3 frontal horns that crown the heads of males. This natural armor gives it the appearance of a miniature dinosaur, a biological warrior designed for life in the heights. It possesses eyes with independent mobility, capable of scanning the surroundings in a 360-degree radius without moving its body. Its skin is a rhythmic canvas that changes tone to communicate internal states or blend with the emerald green of the leaves. The limbs possess a tactical pincer design that guarantees an extremely firm grip on the thinnest and dampest branches. It navigates through the plant stratum with a deliberate slowness, imitating the rhythmic swaying of vegetation before the mountain wind. Upon locating an energy source such as an insect, the chameleon activates its most sophisticated weapon, a long-range projectile tongue. This organ can extend up to 30 centimeters in a fraction of a second, neutralizing distance with amazing acceleration. During the season of renewal, males use their horns to establish territorial boundaries in encounters of great physical authority. These duels are based on the demonstration of vigor and size, where the sovereign displaces the opponent without the need for severe biological confrontation. As an essential regulator of the forest, its work guarantees the control of invertebrate populations and the health of the mountain ecosystem. Jackson's chameleon is the guardian of the canopy's secrets, a gem of evolution reigning with elegance in the green silence. While the chameleon waits in its aerial sanctuary, the mineral ground begins to vibrate under the march of a colossal authority. The forest elephant, known scientifically as Loxodonta cyclotis, is the absolute sovereign that reshapes the landscape with every step. This majestic inhabitant is slightly smaller than its savanna relative, a perfect adaptation for navigating through plant density. An adult individual can reach a height of 2 meters and 50 centimeters and weigh up to 4,000 kilograms of pure vigor. Its ivory tusks are straight and point downward, allowing it to pierce through dense foliage without getting caught in thick brush. The true sovereignty of this giant resides in its matriarchal social structure, led by the female with the most extensive biological memory. It possesses a trunk with 100,000 coordinated muscles, a precision tool capable of peeling bark or picking a single seed from the ground. Its superior intelligence allows it to maintain detailed mental maps of water energy sources across kilometers of virgin jungle. It acts as the ultimate architect of the ecosystem, knocking down ancient vegetation to open trails that benefit other forest inhabitants. By creating these passages, it allows sunlight to penetrate to the mineral soil layer, promoting the growth of new shoots of high nutritional value. The forest elephant is the most important gardener of the continent, as it transports seeds of thousand-year-old trees great distances. Without its biological dispersal work, the structure and biodiversity of the Congo forest would collapse in a short period of time. It frequents the forest clearings known as bias, where it gathers to obtain vital minerals from the hard ground and socialize with the clan. Group communication relies on low-frequency infrasounds that travel kilometers through the plant density of the sanctuary. However, its permanence faces the fragility of a slow reproductive cycle, with gestations lasting 22 months of biological waiting. A single offspring is born after this period, requiring the absolute vigilance and care of the entire family unit to ensure its safety. The sovereign of the jungle requires immense and unfragmented territories to maintain its constant flow of energy and biological vitality. The loss of its natural habitat represents the greatest tactical challenge for the species, limiting its ancestral routes of exploration and sustenance. Protecting the forest elephant is safeguarding the lung of Africa and ensuring the symphony of wildlife continues to beat strongly. This titan of the forest is the guardian of biodiversity, a masterpiece of nature walking with an invincible elegance. The routes traced by the colossal architects become the passage for a warrior that never retreats before adversity. The African buffalo, known scientifically as Syncerus caffer, is the personification of firmness and loyalty in the heart of the forest. This majestic inhabitant possesses a powerful muscular structure that can reach a biological mass of 800 kilograms of pure vigor. Its most imposing feature is a keratin armor on its forehead, a crown of power that protects its integrity in every encounter. The buffalo's true sovereignty resides in its unity, forming coordinated herds that act as a single, impregnable, defensive organism. It frequently inhabits forest clearings and rich riparian meadows, where the cycle of water and grass ensures its permanence. It possesses high-resolution smell capable of detecting the essence of a hidden observer at a distance of hundreds of meters. Its massive horns are tools of supreme authority, designed to neutralize any unwanted approach with amazing biological precision. However, fragility is manifested in calves and those individuals whose internal energy has diminished with the passage of time. These vulnerable members fall into the tactical sights of the most sophisticated felines, like the leopard that patrols from the plant shadows. The leopard uses its millimeter patience to monitor the group's flanks, waiting for a moment of distraction to intervene in the clan's dynamics. At the minimum sign of an external intention, the buffalo activates a collective protection protocol that prioritizes the safety of descendants. The group's response is a rhythmic and powerful charge, capable of generating an impact force of 6,000 newtons on the mineral soil. This demonstration of biological vigor dissuades even the most experienced strategists who prefer to preserve their own physical integrity before such resistance. The clan's social order ensures that every resource is shared and protected, maintaining a dynamic balance under the 30-degree Celsius sun. During days of intense heat, the herd submerges in water sources to regulate its temperature and strengthen its cutaneous system. As a keystone species, its intense grazing labor promotes the renewal of flora and ensures the biological health of forest corridors. Its waste functions as massive organic fertilizer, returning vital nutrients to the hard ground to feed the next plant cycle. The buffalo is the iron heartbeat of wild nature, a testimony that unity is the most imposing strategy for permanence. Protecting the sovereignty of its territories is safeguarding the elegance and strength of one of the most complex ecosystems in the world. Penetrating the regions where sunlight barely caresses the mineral soil, one of the most enigmatic figures on planet Earth emerges. The okapi, known scientifically as Okapia johnstoni, is the sovereign of silence and the most elegant ghost of the Congo forest. This majestic inhabitant is the closest living relative of the giraffe, preserving an ancestral lineage that has navigated for eons under the canopy. Its fur has a velvety texture of chocolate brown, a chromatic armor designed for invisibility in the forest gloom. It possesses large ears that act as biological radars, detecting the pulse of any biological presence at a great distance. The okapis' limbs are decorated with white and black stripes, a rhythmic visual signal that allows descendants to follow the mother. It uses its 30-centimeter prehensile tongue to collect tender shoots and nutrient-rich leaves in the deep plant stratum. An adult specimen can reach a mass of 250 kilograms, maintaining a robust structure to navigate through the green density. It is a solitary sovereign that prefers absolute discretion, avoiding direct encounters through superior sensory vigilance. However, its biological permanence is fragile, as it requires the integrity of the virgin forest to maintain its constant flow of energy. The fragmentation of its sanctuary represents a severe tactical challenge, limiting the ancestral roots of this inhabitant of the shadows. The okapi is the testimony of resilience and mystery, a masterpiece of evolution guarding the beating heart of Africa. As the sun sets over the Congo Basin, a dark tide emerges that transforms the sky into a river of constant biological energy. The straw-coloured fruit bat, known as Eidolon helvum, is the protagonist of the most numerous mammal migration on Earth. More than 10 million individuals begin an epic journey from the deep jungles toward Kasanka National Park in Zambia. These sovereigns of the air cover a trajectory of 2,000 kilometers, challenging fatigue and the rhythmic changes of the tropical atmosphere. They possess a wingspan of 80 centimeters and a biological mass of 0.3 kilograms, an aerodynamic design of great resistance. Their strategic advantage resides in high-resolution vision and a sense of smell that detects the essence of ripe fruits at a great distance. During the journey, they must navigate through large-scale storms and air currents that test their biological stability. Winged observers, like the martial eagle, monitor the migratory flow, seeking to intervene in the group's dynamics to ensure their own vigor. Upon reaching the sanctuary of Kasanka, the density of inhabitants is so sovereign that the branches of the trees give way under the collective weight. As architects of biodiversity, these beings act as the great gardeners of the sky by transporting seeds in their nightly movements. Their biological dispersal work guarantees the regeneration of thousands of square meters of virgin forest throughout the African continent. Without this motor of plant renewal, the balance and health of the region's green lungs would be compromised in a short time. For local communities, the arrival of the winged tide is a sacred symbol of abundance and the fulfillment of an eternal natural cycle. Science recognizes in the fruit bat a vital link that joins distant ecosystems through a pact of life and movement. Protecting their ancestral roots is safeguarding the elegance and vitality of the wild nature that breathes under African stars. Beneath the stratum of dense bushes of the African ecosystem, an inhabitant of great biological vigor emerges, dominating the mineral soil of the jungle. This majestic being uses its muscular and powerful snout to explore the depth of the hard ground in search of energy sources. The warthog, known scientifically as Phacochorus africanus, is the sovereign of resilience on the borders between the forest and the savanna. Its appearance stands out for the facial bumps that give it its name and protect its bone structure during social encounters. It possesses 2 pairs of sharp tusks that function as tools of authority and defense against any unwanted proximity. The upper tusks can reach a length of 25 centimeters, curving majestically to project an imposing image. The lower tusks are true biological daggers that maintain their edge through constant friction, ensuring their tactical effectiveness. It presents an extraordinary adaptation by kneeling on its front limbs to facilitate the collection of nutrients at ground level. Its diet is versatile and nutritious, processing roots, bulbs and tubers that it extracts with superior skill from the mineral mulch. An adult specimen can reach a biological mass of up to 100 kilograms, maintaining a compact structure of pure muscle. Despite its robust appearance, this majestic inhabitant is capable of reaching a speed of 55 kilometers per hour. Its escape tactic consists of a rhythmic run with its tail erect, a visual signal that maintains the clan's cohesion during the march. It must constantly monitor the environment before the silent vigilance of great strategists like the lion and the leopard. It uses old excavations of other inhabitants to take refuge, always entering backward to present its frontal armor to any intruder. Social groups, known as sounders, are led by experienced females who guarantee the safety of the offspring. Mature males usually prefer the sovereignty of solitude, establishing vast territories through rhythmic chemical and physical signals. Its sense of smell is of extraordinary resolution, detecting the essence of biological energy at a distance of hundreds of meters. They withstand temperatures of up to 40 degrees Celsius, seeking mud sanctuaries to regulate their biological temperature and protect their skin. As a soil architect, its digging work allows water and oxygen to nourish the roots of the forest vegetation. It acts as a motor of biodiversity by transporting and depositing nutrients that ensure the regeneration of the sanctuary's grasslands. Beneath the silent currents of the Congo jungle, an ancestral ghost hides in the biological shadow. The African dwarf crocodile, known scientifically as Osteolemus tetraspis, is the undisputed sovereign of confined waters. With its dark skin and scales as resistant as iron armor, it blends completely with submerged roots. At night, its eyes catch every minimal flash of residual light to monitor the pulse of its water domain. It is the master of biological patience, capable of remaining motionless for hours, waiting for the appearance of an energy source. With a length of barely 1 meter and 50 centimeters, it navigates through wood recesses with superior tactical agility. Despite its majestic bearing, it must cautiously avoid its large-scale relatives to preserve its physical integrity. A sudden explosion of power allows it to neutralize its objective in a single instant of sovereign precision. It seeks its sustenance among the fish and invertebrates that inhabit the flooded forests, maintaining its vigor in a competitive environment. This solitary inhabitant establishes its authority through subtle chemical signals that travel through the mineral current. As a fundamental link in the ecosystem, it ensures that biological populations underwater remain in a state of equilibrium. The dwarf crocodile is the testimony of evolutionary permanence, a living treasure that breathes in the heart of deep Africa. Leaving the aquatic domain, the danger persists, hidden under the mantle of dry leaves on the forest floor. The African rock python, scientifically called python sebe, is the absolute sovereign of slow and lethal movements. This majestic reptile can reach a length of 6 meters and a body mass exceeding 90 kilograms. Its skin presents a pattern of irregular spots that allow it to blend with the mineral and plant architecture of the environment. As a master of ambush, it uses extreme patience to await the precise instant when an energy source approaches. Its true sovereignty resides in its massive constriction force, capable of neutralizing the vigor of large mammals through constant pressure. It possesses backward-oriented curved teeth that ensure an infallible grip before starting the biological immobilization process. Its diet is astonishingly versatile, processing from small rodents to large-scale antelopes with superior digestive efficiency. However, its land displacement is slow on long trajectories, forcing it to depend on strategic monitoring points. It uses its bifid tongue to detect chemical particles in the air, mapping the thermal environment with sovereign precision. As a supreme regulator of fauna, its presence guarantees the dynamic balance of populations in riparian ecosystems. The rock python is the living testament of primal strength, a masterpiece of evolution reigning in the silence of the forest. In the plant cathedrals of Africa, where the treetops touch the clouds, lives a being of celestial aesthetics, the black and white colobus. Known scientifically as Colobus guerreza, this primate is the sovereign of rhythmic elegance in the deep forest canopy. Its physiognomy is highlighted by an absolute contrast, with jet black fur surrounded by a mantle of white silk that flows with the wind. It possesses a majestic and extensive tail that exceeds its body length, functioning as a biological rudder during its aerial trajectories. A wonder of evolution is the structure of its hands, where the thumb is nearly non-existent to facilitate a quick grip among branches. This anatomical design grants it superior tactical agility, allowing it to perform prodigious jumps of up to 15 meters between trees. Its digestive system is a specialized laboratory with a multi-chambered stomach capable of processing the cellulose of the oldest leaves. Thanks to this adaptation, it accesses a biological energy source that few competitors can exploit in the sanctuary's density. The colobus's social order is based on the family unit, where cooperation is the sacred pillar that guarantees the clan's stability. The birth of a descendant is an event of great social value. Newborns possess immaculate white fur to be easily identified. The entire group participates in caring for the new generation, a practice of collective protection that ensures the biological integrity of the offspring. They communicate through powerful roars that resonate at dawn, establishing territorial boundaries with a sovereign acoustic authority. An adult specimen can reach a mass of 13 kilograms, maintaining physical vigor that allows it to patrol the heights with imposing calm. It acts as a motor of forest health, as its foliage consumption work promotes the growth of new shoots and the health of the flora. The black and white colobus is the rutilant spirit of the African forest, a masterpiece of nature reigning in the peace of the heights. As we descend toward the boundaries where the forest meets the savanna, a curious acrobat with exceptional boldness emerges. The vervet monkey, known scientifically as Chlorocebus pygyrithris, is a vivacious primate whose biological ingenuity always fascinates nature observers. It possesses an unmistakable black face framed by a bright white fur strip and a slender body covered in greyish and olive tones. With a body mass of around 5 kilograms, it displays amazing agility in performing high-precision jumps among the acacia canopies. Its diet is highly varied and adaptable, processing everything from succulent fruits and seeds to small invertebrates found under the bark. The female vervet monkey demonstrates supreme maternal instinct, keeping her small pup close to her body during the first weeks of life. The social structure of the group is governed by a strict power pyramid, where rank defines access to the best food resources. They possess a highly complex acoustic communication system, emitting specific calls to warn the clan about the presence of different ground or aerial strategists. Physical communication is also vital, using diverse body postures and subtle gestures to affirm hierarchical order without the need for conflict. Mutual grooming is a sacred activity that strengthens the emotional bonds of the troop, reducing tension and ensuring internal harmony. As a key piece of biodiversity, its tireless movement and seed dispersal actively promote the health and regeneration of the forest. The vervet monkey is the dynamic heartbeat of the wooded savanna, a masterpiece of evolution flowing with invincible elegance under the African sun. On the highest peaks where air is thin, the absolute sovereign of the heights emerges, the bearded vulture. Known scientifically as Gypaetus barbatus, this winged giant is one of the most impressive birds of the African continent. It possesses an unmistakable silhouette with stiff feathers under its beak that simulate a beard of great biological authority. Its wings possess a sovereign span of nearly 3 meters, allowing it to master thermal air currents with supreme elegance. Its ventral plumage exhibits a vibrant orange tone, obtained by ritually rubbing itself with soil rich in iron oxide. It navigates through canyons at altitudes above 4,000 meters, patrolling its mineral domain in search of energy. This majestic inhabitant possesses a unique diet in the animal kingdom, centered almost exclusively on the consumption of skeletal remains. It acts as the ultimate biological processor, taking advantage of nutrients that other mountain inhabitants usually ignore. It uses Earth's gravity to lift massive bones and drop them onto rocks from a height of 100 meters. This rhythmic impact fragments the mineral material, allowing the bird to access the nutritional treasure of the inner marrow. Its digestive system possesses extraordinary acidity, capable of neutralizing and processing calcium with superior biological efficiency. It fulfills a sacred mission of environmental sanitation, removing biological remains that could alter the sanctuary's chemical balance. Its cleaning work limits the proliferation of harmful elements, protecting the health of all high-altitude biodiversity. The bearded vulture is the architect of nutrient recycling, guaranteeing that the life cycle continues its eternal flow in the mountain range. This guardian of the sky is a testimony of resilience, reigning with invincible elegance in the world's purest boundaries. Beyond the large mammals that define the Congo's mystique, a microcosmos exists inhabited by beings of extraordinary architecture. The Goliath beetle, known scientifically as Goliathus goliatus, is one of the heavyweights of the biosphere, reaching a mass of 0.1 kilogram. Its biological advantage resides in a highly resistant exoskeleton, a chitin armor that protects its integrity against environmental pressures. Other inhabitants, such as phasmids or stick insects, possess a sovereign mimicry ability, blending completely with branches. This tactical invisibility strategy allows them to avoid the visual radar of birds and primates patrolling the forest canopy. They possess high-precision sensory organs that detect chemical and thermal variations in the moisture-saturated air of the jungle. However, their biological permanence depends entirely on a stable environment, where relative humidity is maintained above 80%. As architects of the soil, many beetle species act as processors of organic matter, accelerating the recycling of vital nutrients. Their decomposition work allows the mineral mulch to be renewed, ensuring that thousand-year-old flora receives the energy needed to bloom. They also act as essential pollinators in the deep stratum, transporting plant vigor between the flowers of large-scale trees. In the biological pyramid, these massive insects represent a source of concentrated energy for a wide variety of the sanctuary's inhabitants. They communicate through pheromone signals that travel through the foliage, coordinating reproduction cycles and marking sovereign territories. The giant insects of the Congo are the silent guardians of biodiversity, a testimony to the complexity and beauty of microscopic life. When integrating the chronicles of its inhabitants, the Congo jungle reveals itself as a biological cathedral of astonishing vertical complexity. This sovereign ecosystem is organized into defined strata, where every meter of elevation represents a world with its own physical laws. At the highest peak emerges the emergent stratum, home to titanic trees exceeding 60 meters in height, challenging Earth's gravity. These wooden giants act as biological lightning rods, receiving direct solar radiation and the most impetuous winds of the sanctuary. Descending toward 30 meters, we find the forest canopy, a continuous emerald roof that houses the greatest density of vitality. It is the rhythmic domain of primates and colorful birds, who navigate this ocean of leaves to identify their energy sources. The canopy functions as a massive thermal regulator, maintaining a stable temperature and filtering light for the lower levels. Beneath this green architecture lies the understory, a realm of twilight where humidity reaches levels of 90%. Here, movements are furtive and silent, allowing large-scale felines and reptiles to deploy their monitoring strategies. Finally, we reach the forest floor, the mineral foundation where the cycle of matter closes with absolute biological precision. On this surface of dry land, forest elephants and pigs act as engineers, processing nutrients fallen from the heights. Each species has evolved to occupy a specific niche, minimizing competition and maximizing the efficiency of its biological vigor. This stratification is a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering, allowing thousands of worlds to coexist in the same geographic space. The interconnection between the deep root and the highest leaf ensures that the flow of biological energy does not stop in the face of scarcity. The Congo jungle is a living monument to biodiversity, a rhythmic system that breathes with sovereign elegance at every level. The web of life in the Congo jungle is an architecture of absolute interdependence, where every biological heartbeat fulfills a sacred function. Large herbivores, like the 4,000-kilogram forest elephant, act as the primary processors that transform plant energy into animal vigor. By navigating through the sanctuary, these giants open paths of light that allow the constant renewal of flora on the mineral soil layer. Primates, from the bonobo to the rutilant colobus, guarantee canopy health by transporting seeds across kilometers of dense foliage. Their social intelligence and rhythmic movements ensure that plant biodiversity flourishes in every stratum of this emerald cathedral. At the top of the ecological pyramid, the 60-kilogram leopard assumes the role of supreme regulator, maintaining the dynamic balance of populations. Through monitoring strategies, the feline identifies links with lower biological energy, ensuring the ecosystem's genetic vitality. Sovereign reptiles, like the dwarf crocodile and rock python, guard the stability of water sanctuaries and land trails. Their silent presence limits the excessive growth of river competitors, ensuring the nutrient flow remains constant and pure. From the firmament, birds of prey scan the mineral horizon, intervening with meticulous precision to close vital energy cycles. Upon concluding every biological encounter, processors of remains like the bearded vulture purify the environment through the recycling of organic matter. In the microcosmos of the soil, millions of giant insects decompose fallen elements, returning essential minerals to the deep roots. This perfect synchrony between the giant and the tiny inhabitant is what gives the Congo jungle its invincible resilience against time. The stability of this living organism depends on the integrity of each fiber that composes its intricate and fragile survival web. Honoring the biological balance of the Congo is protecting the rhythmic heart that guarantees the endurance of life in its most rutilant form. After navigating through the gloom of the Congo, an absolute truth emerges about the incalculable value of this majestic sanctuary. The Congo jungle is not just a map of dense vegetation, but the rhythmic lung that allows the breathing of the entire continent. Its biodiversity is a mineral and biological treasure that has remained unchanged for eons, guarding the secrets of life. However, this green empire today faces its most critical crossroads before the advance of human transformation of the landscape. The loss of thousands of square kilometers of forest canopy fragments the biological corridors necessary for animal sovereignty. The extraction of resources from the mineral subsoil alters the chemical stability of the ground and compromises the purity of sacred rivers. The illegal removal of forest guardians reduces species vitality and weakens the 1,000-year-old survival web. The Congo acts as a massive thermal regulator, storing billions of tons of carbon in its deep plant architecture. The disappearance of this biological motor would cause a large-scale imbalance in the climate of our planet Earth. Protecting the integrity of the basin is an ethical imperative to ensure the endurance of life in its purest form. Every tree preserved is a victory for biodiversity and a shield against the instability of global ecosystems. We must honor the rhythmic wisdom of nature, respecting the limits of its biological sovereignty before modernity. The destiny of the large carnivores and the tiny inhabitants depends on our capacity to act with vision and respect. The Congo jungle is the last sanctuary of the extraordinary, a monument of vapor and life that breathes under the tropical sun. Safeguarding this green heart is guaranteeing that the deepest heartbeat of Africa continues to resonate for biological eternity. Please subscribe to the channel as well as sharing this video to spread the message of respect. Every action helps protect nature's wonderful creation.